DC here. Hi guys and gals. Hey, it's Sunday. Yeah, I hope you've been having a good weekend up to now. So I'm in my backyard. I was checking out. I can see that Mrs. DC is getting active. She's gone and got, let me see, what she picked up here. Different type of dirt for planting her plants and stuff like that. So she's getting ready for the good weather. Well, I hope it's going to come. I mean, we've had actually the first barbecue here. That was it 2 weeks ago, and it was kind of cool when I made it. But it was a barbecue that we made for work purposes. Yeah, for work purposes. I think I mentioned on that vlog I made yesterday morning that I was giving the hygiene course, and so we had this barbecue that I put together. And I did mention that, didn't I? I guess I did actually. Anyway, where we were talking, and we made a barbecue, how to do things and not do things. So walking around the grounds, because we're probably going to have to do the lawn over, if we can call this a lawn. It's mostly like kind of moss and stuff. And what's happened over the time, actually, is that we've been having big problems with bugs, actually. Some type of bugs that kind of like get into the ground and they eat most of the, well, they're a bit of a pain. They're not dangerous or anything, but they're just not good for the lawn, and they've basically been destroying it. So sometime, I don't know when, actually I'm gonna have to try and find the time to do a treatment of the lawn, and we'll probably have to do one of these, what do they call it, a scarificator or something like that, where you kind of grub out all the moss. Which means actually in our lawn there won't be anything left, and then we'll have to seed again. Well, it's a good thing I got Mrs. DC that knows how to do these things, because it would be, actually it's going to be a big job. Anyway, we'll see how it goes along. And then let me see, this one's not coming along. I'm not happy at all with this. This was supposed to be a little maple tree, and it's suffering. Some people have mentioned something about it being too close to the cedar hedges, and that the cedar hedges actually give acidity into the ground. I don't know if that's true. My dad has had cedar hedges around maple trees all our life, and it never seemed to bother them. But I'm really not happy. And I actually ended up paying a lot of money for that darn tree when we bought it. I'm gonna have to make a complaint to the gardeners. So yesterday I made a video also about my dad, and looking at some of the pictures and talking about maple trees. I don't have one over there, but talking about maple trees. My dad always used to plant a lot of maple trees. He used to give them names. There was a maple tree for every grandchild. So he had planted maple trees and gave them the names. I don't know, actually, talking about trees. I didn't make a tree vlog this year because I didn't trim the tree. That was when I had to go to Canada. When I had to go to Canada for my, we went to Canada for Dad's funeral. And that would have been the weekend I would have trimmed the tree before it started making leaves. Because they say you shouldn't trim a tree when it's like that, because it's making its leaves, and it's, you'll make, especially an older tree, you give it a push of energy which it shouldn't have. I guess it's like, forcing an old guy's heart when he should, be slowing down. So what I have been told in courses that I followed over the years, that you can do what they call a green trim. So you wait until actually the leaves are there, which actually makes it a pain in a way, but I guess this is being, just kind of an old tree won't really mind. And what you do is you trim off once the trees calm down, so to say, and the leaves are there, and then you can trim it. Actually, they say that for older trees, that's probably even the better thing to do, because you're not doing it. You're not forcing it like like when you wound a tree, like when you trim it, and the sap comes. It comes out probably stronger, I suppose, because it's reacting. So as you can see, like the pear tree, it's the same thing. it's starting actually to have nice little blooms and everything. Yeah, but I find it's going to be a bit of a pain to actually have to do that. I'm not very happy to have to do that in when it's green, because you got the leaves also in the way, but we'll see anyway. So I guess I'm going to go in. Mrs. DC's still working today. When she works on weekends, yeah, she will usually work like one shift. One day was a split shift. That was yesterday. She was home like after 9. And today, well, she's working like a straight shift, so she'll be home around a bit after 5 this afternoon. So, yeah, I will do a bit of cooking probably this afternoon. And this is actually the week leading up to Easter. I just came back from church. It was Palm Sunday. And last year, at this calendar period, well, actually we were back, but I mean at the Easter period last year, we were in Africa. And Palm Sunday was quite a big thing, you know. There were all these different churches, and the kids were walking around with their palms in their hands and so on. I mean, I do remember that as a child. When we were children, we were part of the Catholic Church, and we would have palms. Yeah, they were usually, though, they were kind of like braided. That's the way it was in the Catholic Church. But when we were in Africa, they didn't have them braided. They just had them straight, you know. And every time I've seen palms here in Europe, it's like they weren't braided. Might be I think it's a Quebec thing, actually. Anyway, so yeah, just a bit of a chat. We'll see. I've been doing a few, like I said, movies lately. I've finished off actually the latest comic book in the trilogy, the Super Tweetness trilogy, so I'm probably putting that up sometime soon. We'll see. Anyway, so anything else to say? I think not, actually. I hope you're going to have a good week. It's going to be a big week from my side. And when I say big week, because there's only 4 days of work. Good Friday is a day off, and Easter Monday. So it's nice. It's a big weekend, but since I had all those courses last week, I've just got like tons of work to catch up on, and only 4 days to catch up with them. Anyway, I guess that'll be all. I said 3 times I'm going to stop, so I guess I will. So take care, everybody, and have a good week. Bye-bye.